So welcome to this week's vlog. At a place called Cunningham's Gap. It's on the Cunningham Highway. I'm on the way in between Brisbane and Warwick. It's about an hour and a half outside Brisbane, thereabouts. I'm on the helipad here. What most people do here is they come. Behind me is the pictures, the view of Cunningham's Gap itself. Most people come and get pictures of that. I go across the other side of the road. There's an amazing vista out in front of us on the other side of the road, and I've come to get that this time. It is perfect conditions for astrophotography tonight, except the wind. I didn't plan on the wind, but other than that, it's perfect conditions for astrophotography. So I'm hoping to be able to get some astrophotography tonight and take you on that bit of a journey with me. So yeah, I'll take you across the other side now, and I'll show you my setup, and I'll show you how I go through astrophotography. Thank you. Okay, so the most challenging part of shooting this location, I find, is crossing the main highway. So we're on the Cunningham Highway. I'm walking off the helipad now. I'm heading across to over there. So I need to go down the road a little ways and then cross there. And this is the issue with it, is the cars and such as they go past. So I'm just going to turn you off now, and I'll see you on the other side. Alright, so I'm across. The next most challenging part is negotiating this fence and not getting caught up on the way through. It's a barbed wire fence. Now I do have permission from the landowner to come onto this property and take photos. I think it's essential that if you're going onto private property that you get permission. So yeah, I have seen the landowner out here while I've been shooting in the past, and he's more than happy for me to be out here, as long as I obviously shut all the gates and don't disturb the animals while I'm here, which I think is a fairly reasonable request considering I'm on his land. So here I am at the fence, now to get through. Okay, so I'm through, and that's the fence negotiated. Now there's one very simple reason why I come to this location, and you're about to find out why. It's an absolute gem that not too many people know about, because they don't come to this side of the road. They all stay on the other side where Cunningham's Gap is. But this is why I come out this side. This is why I'm here. An utterly stunning location that most people don't know about. And that's what you've got to do. You've got to find those locations that people come to and find the unique landscape within that. Now here is quite easy. Over that side is Cunningham's Gap. Over this side is this in front of me. And all it took was one quick recce, and I have this right on my back door. So now I'm going through an app called PhotoPills, and I've got to work out where the Milky Way is going to be. I have some ideas where I'd like it to be, and I've done my research already. We're going to find out how off I am for my research, but I think it's going to be coming over that direction over here. But now to get PhotoPills out and see where it's going to be. Okay, so hopefully you can see me. Just going to go through what I bought for landscape photography, astrophotography, what I consider my essential kit. So I got my D500 with the L bracket and the 17-55 2.8. Love this lens, and it does do pretty good for astro work as well. I have a cable release, essential for any sort of landscape photography and especially Astro work. Most essential piece of kit I think are these. Set of Bluetooth speakers. I will be using those a little bit later as I'm waiting for the stars to come out. Last but not least, on the side, my trusty 3-legged thing tripod. Absolutely essential for landscape work and the sort of work that I do. Absolutely essential. There's no way I'd be able to get the shots nice and sharp and solid without this. Alright, I'm not sure if you can see or hear it, but it's blowing quite hard tonight in terms of wind. It's going to make the photography very challenging. I'm already set up. I've got my Nikon D500 on my tripod here with the cable release done. Looking straight up at the mountain peak here. I'm not even sure what the mountain peak is, and hopefully getting the beautiful valley, bathed in a little bit of glow from the moonlight, which I've already taken that, so hopefully that just gives me just enough light in the valley to give me some definition. And then I'm going to bump my ISO up and my shutter speed to about ISO to about 3000 f2.8 and a shutter speed of around about 23 to 24 seconds to try and get the Milky Way across. Now it should be, PhotoPills is correct, it should be right across the top of this valley here, or across the top of this mountain peak at around between 9 and 10 tonight, so that should be the optimum times for photography. The moon will drop or go just lit down behind the horizon at around about 20 past 8, so I will still get a little bit of latent light from the moon, but because the moon itself is I think it's 1/16, I shouldn't get too much. The stars are already coming out, so it is looking very promising. There is not a cloud in the sky, which makes it quite amazing. The only thing really for me to do now is just sit and wait. That's why I've got the speakers here and I'm about to do that. I've got my lights here, so I don't normally do any sort of light painting or anything else like that, and I don't plan on doing that tonight, but I've got the lights here just so that I can bring some light in for you guys so you can actually see what I'm doing. When I'm obviously taking the photo, you won't get to see it. This will be a short video tonight simply because of that. But I'll take you through, once the stars are out, I'll take you through my focus, what I normally do in order to get focus in terms of the stars, and making sure it's absolutely pin sharp, and all my settings and everything. So yeah, we'll jump out of it now and I'll see you guys back when conditions are right. Okay, very cold for Queensland. Obviously a cold snap's coming through and I'm freezing. Time's about 7:30 at night. I wouldn't have thought I would have been able to get some good Milky Way shots, or Astro shots at 7:30 with the moon out, but I have. What I've done is I've taken 5 exposures, 25 seconds, f2.8 and 1600 ISO. I've got the mountain that we spoke about right there and the Milky Way coming out of it. PhotoPills was completely wrong where the Milky Way was going to come up. PhotoPills had it over here behind me and it's coming up over there. So yeah, so a little bit of a lesson in terms of using things like PhotoPills. Very good. Would never disparage it, but it's very good and gave me an indication, but in this case was completely wrong. Now that could just have been the internet connection that I've got. It could have been anything, but just goes to show that, you know, the best laid plans can go haywire, and you just need to improvise on the night. Now behind me I've got the Cunningham Highway and it's only about 100 meters away. I'm very lucky because the passing trucks, oh gosh it's freezing, the passing trucks and their headlights are not illuminating this. The moon is a little bit, so I get a little bit down the valley, which is really lovely. In terms of how I go about getting the focus, I go into manual focus, I go into live view, I go into the brightest star I can and go as small as I possibly can, or as large as I possibly can into there, so I go in as close as I can, using my zoom buttons on the back, not so much the zoom of the camera itself, but just the buttons on the back. Zoom right in on the brightest star, manual focus, and just twist until I get that tack sharp, or as sharp as I can see anyway, and then take a test shot from there and go in and have a look. But look, I'll put the photos up now, and any others that I do take tonight. With as cold as it is at the moment, I'm deciding whether or not to stay out or just go home. Warm, inviting bed with my partner seems very snuggling with her seems very inviting right now. But on the way home, I'll stop off potentially and take the odd one. And if I do, I'll put the photos up after here. But like I said, a very short video this time. I felt obliged to come out. It's been a little while since I've shot a video, so I felt obliged to come out so that I could put this video up. Hope you enjoyed it, and please subscribe, leave comments, hit me up on Instagram, Facebook as well, any of those. Please don't hesitate to follow and say hi. And if you ever see me out, say hi. Thank you.